Hi, I am CJ Goodwin. I am the middle and high school nurse, and part of my responsibility for the school district is to teach human growth and development to seventh grade students. It is a part of a rotation within our family and consumer sciences class, and I teach on 3 different topics. So the first topic is reproductive anatomy for males and females. The second topic I teach on is puberty, growth, and changes. And then the third and final topic is pregnancy and conception. So I'm going to start a little bit at the beginning with topic 1, which is reproductive anatomy. I start that slideshow and teaching out with defining reproduction as well as what is human anatomy. And really talk about the importance of knowing that human anatomy really involves what's on the inside as well as what we can see visually on the outside. I then get into what reproductive parts males have as well as females. I describe what of the parts are on the inside and what are on the outside. And I make a very clear distinction that from a male and female standpoint, just because you were born with those body parts doesn't necessarily mean that that's how you feel or how you even look at yourself. Just because you have male body parts and that's what you were born with may mean that you feel neutral. You don't really think of yourself as a boy or a girl, or maybe you do think of yourself as a female. Either way, I really try to talk about this throughout the 3 topics that I teach on. And that's where that kind of gets introduced. And I finish out this topic with a description of the actual act of sex, having sexual intercourse, and what that means and how we as humans reproduce sexually. That's how we are able to reproduce or make a copy of a human being. So that sort of ends topic 1. Topic 2 is puberty, growth, and changes. I begin again by I define puberty, and really talk to the kids about how this looks so different for every individual, male, female, no matter what parts they were born with. And not only are these physical changes, so changes that you will see individually, but also others will see, but how really these are huge emotional changes, and one of the biggest life courses or changes that we'll go through. I go over the changes that a female can expect, what a male can expect, and then I go over and discuss what types of health concerns are associated with puberty. For example, acne. That's a pretty big one. Other concerns might be an STD or an STI, and I talk about how that continues throughout our lifespan as long as we decide and are sexually active. I also talk about a health concern being maybe pregnancy, as well as mood changes, psychologically, how things are going. Lastly, I follow that up with the importance of how to take care of your body, right? You're going through puberty. Now, how are we going to take care of ourselves while we're going through this massive change? And then how are we going to continue to take care of ourselves as we move into adulthood and grow older? So that is where I finish that up. And topic 3, the last topic that I touch on, is pregnancy and conception. This really begins as kind of a review from our first topic day, and that is, what is sex? What is sexual intercourse? What does reproduction mean? And then we get into what is conception and pregnancy. I define those, followed by what I call the big A word, abstinence. We define abstinence and continue to talk about that throughout the rest of this topic. We begin by talking about pregnancy prevention, and really the only way to prevent it is abstinence. That's the only way to be 100% effective, is to not have sex at all. And then I get into, but if you are planning to have sex, here are some birth control options, and I go through those, and I go through statistically the percentages of failure rates on those. I also then touch on STIs, STDs, and go over again, the number one way to prevent this is abstinence. By the time I'm done with this topic, the kids are so sick of hearing that word. I then go directly to, if pregnancy occurs, here are the signs and symptoms of pregnancy. Here's what you should be doing and how to care for yourself if you're pregnant, as well as how to get help if you need it. I sort of end it with how to take care of yourself, how to take care of a baby, or if you are uncertain about the pregnancy or maybe uncertain about an STI or STD, how can I get help? Who can I go to? Who can I trust? What are reputable sources to go to? And that is how I end the teaching of those 3 topics. Thank you very much. And I'm sure if you have questions or concerns, Sarah will point you in the right direction, or you're welcome to contact me personally. Thanks so much.